stick, snap,
and ride. It's as simple as that. There really is no faster and more efficient way to add a front concave feel to your Onewheel. The team over at Fishbones has really made it streamlined. And in this video, I'm going to give you my complete teardown and review of the Fishbones. Also in this video, be sure to listen for your chance to win one of our first ever forged t-shirts. Now, for starters, I'd like to say that this is not a sponsored video, although Fishbones did send these over to me for free. I've been riding with this particular set for the past 3 months, and I gotta say, it makes a huge difference. Although, there are some drawbacks, and we'll get to those later in the video. Now, these particular set of Fishbones are the V2 Fishbones. This is their second edition, and the teeth are a little bit more flexible than the first ones, and come in a huge array of colors. They also offer the manta ray for the pints. I hear a lot of people using the term locked in feeling, and I didn't really know what it meant until I used these. Locked in is a great way to describe it. Turns on both your toe and heel side are more controlled and way easier. Handling grass and bumps, also much easier. This small addition has greatly reduced my foot fatigue and makes those long trips that much more enjoyable. Now I will say I wear a size 11 shoe, and I have had a little bit of difficulty every once in a while engaging the front sensor on my board. Now, I don't necessarily blame the Fishbones for this, but more or less my shoe size. So, in order to engage the front sensor every time, you just have to be a little bit more careful about where you put your foot to make sure you're making contact with that sensor. I also found that on extremely hard carves, sometimes the motor would disengage, simply because the majority of my weight was on my heel and not on top of the sensor. Ultimately, this made me feel a little weary while riding my Onewheel. I've since talked to the owner of Fishbones, and he assured me that the newer ones have a tapered heel on them, and I ultimately believe that's the reason why I've had some sporadic front sensor issues. In the past couple weeks, I've actually taken one side off to eliminate these sensor issues completely. By taking off the back heel part and keeping the front toe on, I can essentially still get a nice concave feeling on my toe side and not have to worry about the sensor at all. On the company's website, they mentioned these Fishbones as being indestructible, and I gotta say, they can take a pretty good beating. The plastic looks like it might be brittle, but it's quite flexible, and I believe it's definitely gonna stand the test of time. And if you're still watching, I'd like to invite you over to Patreon, where we have our first ever lineup of t-shirts available. Our first 10 official patrons are going to receive a handwritten note from the team over here at Forged. New text. Go F-O-R-D-G-E-D. And the first 5 all access or VIP patrons are going to receive a free t-shirt of their choice. And we'll do a background. Boom. There are a limited number of spots available, so head over to the link in the description below before they're gone. Shorten this up. On behalf of the Forge team, this is Nate. Thank you so much for supporting this channel.